Life.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm back with another quick reaction video for you guys. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It is free to subscribe, share, and like the video, and turn on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right? All right. Make sure you guys are supporting in that way. So I came across this video, and this is DDG's brother, who's saying that if you are in a relationship with a man for over 2 years and he hasn't proposed to you, then you should leave him.
Oh my God.
I want to know your thoughts on that. Let me know your take in the comments. I want to know if you agree or disagree with what he's saying. But let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
The fact that you and your boyfriend been together for 8 years, the fact that you and your girlfriend been together for 3+ years, and y'all let Aries and TT get engaged before y'all, that show that that man don't really love you. It's time for you to be single. You know when somebody is the one. You don't need 2 years to find out, 5 years to find out. Aries 22 years old and getting married, got a girl for the rest of his life. Leave that nigga.
All right.
Oh my God.
What's your thoughts on that? Do you agree with what he's saying or do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Listen, I think there's a point to that. I think that if, my thing is this, if you came into the relationship and you came into it saying that that you want marriage and you made that known in the beginning and you told this person, hey, listen, I don't want to be somebody's girlfriend for 10, 15 years. I want to be married. My goal is to be married. I'm a wife. I want to be married. If we're going to do this thing, you need to be able to commit to me. So if you told that to the man in the beginning and he agreed to that, and then you find yourself in a relationship with him 2, 3 years and he hasn't proposed, then I would suggest you leave him alone because he's not going to give you what you want. And I think I think it's fair to want commitment, especially if you want to build a life with a person and a family. I think that is fair. And if you made those intentions known in the very beginning and he was aware of that, yes. Then I think if he is lollygagging and playing around and not want to really give you that, and it's obvious that he doesn't because he hasn't done it and years have passed, then I think you shouldn't continue to waste your time because you're gonna resent him for not giving you the thing that you told him you wanted. And so you might as well nip that in the bud. But if you get into a relationship and you never said you want to be married, you didn't prioritize that, you were okay with being in a relationship with that person, then that's what you get. You can't expect a man, and a lot of women make this mistake. They get into a relationship with a guy that they like and they're okay to accept the relationship. They don't want to ruffle any feathers or talk about marriage too soon or bring that up. And then they end up in a relationship with the guy, but never really talk about, marriage, but deep down inside, that's what you really want. So then you like him. So you go along with the flow and you be in a relationship and everything could be going well. And then you look around and time has flown by. Now it's 2 years. Now it's 3 years. Now y'all have been married. I mean, not married, but been together 6 years. Next thing you look around, 10 years. People have been in relationships for 10 and 15 years without a ring. But you got to think about it. You can't just assume that if you are good to this person and you've been there, ride or die with them. Some even had children with the man and all of that. And you go all those years giving him everything that he could ever desire. That's why I say, how they say it? Why buy the cow when the milk is free? So if you're giving him everything that a wife would give him without the ring, there's no incentive for him to turn around and marry you, especially if it's not something that he wants to do. Because I say this all the time. Men who want marriage, they get married. There are some men who don't believe in marriage and don't want to get married, and they usually don't. And there's nothing you could say or do to force them. So this is why I say, listen, if that's something that you want and you know that person is not into it, why forge a relationship with somebody that you're going to resent over the years and that you really want something that they're not willing to give you? So I would say walk away at that point, because the longer you sit there, like I said, it'll be 2 years, then 4 years, 10 years, 15 years. And then you end up giving them children. So y'all done created a broken home. You created a family. And I wouldn't necessarily say broken, because there are people who don't believe in marriage in the courts and they have a good relationship and they have a good family life. But what I'm saying is, if that's something you desire and you desire it with that man, you have to let him know. You cannot just keep that to yourself and pray that one day he just see all your worth and your value and how you contribute to him and the family, and he's gonna he watch you have that child and he's gonna automatically look at you and say, oh my gosh, she's my wife. Sometimes that happens, but sometimes it does not, because once again, it's contingent upon the man if he wants marriage or not. Some men are okay with just being shacking up Every man does not desire marriage, because the ones that do, you don't have that problem with them. They know, hey, I found the one that's good for me, and I'm proposing to her. That's just what it is. But then there are some who don't want that commitment. They are frightened of that commitment. They don't really want it. You can't make them want it. And so the best thing to do is, like I said, let them know your intentions. Let them know what it is that you want. If they're willing to give you that, okay, cool. If not, you got to keep it moving. That's where you have to be sound, and you have to stand on your values and your morals. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be somebody's baby mama and just shacking up, playing house, you actually want to be a wife and have his kids and y'all be a family, you gotta stand to what it is. Stand firm on what it is that you want and not waver. But you see so many women who do this, and then they'd be complaining 15 years later and crying and distraught. And then a lot of times those relationships end. Then you wait all them years and then you leave. Look at Nelly's situation. Nelly's situation with that woman he was with for all that time. They didn't have any children. And then soon she leaves him, thought leaving him was gonna make him regret something. I don't know. And it didn't. Next thing you know, he back with Ashanti. Boom, they married, got a child, and she's somewhere we don't know doing what. What's she doing? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't play games. Be honest about what it is you want. Don't be afraid to tell somebody something because you don't know what their outcome or how they're gonna feel about it. No, you got to be more concerned about your feelings in some cases. You know what I'm saying? Especially with something like this, because I don't think it's a wrong thing to want marriage and commitment and want your husband there. And so when you have children, that's, you know what I mean? Everybody don't want to be shacked up like that. And so I just think, first off, you got to make sure that it's somebody who understands you and loves you enough to take what you're saying into consideration. But you also got to, stand on business as well. You just can't go out here and not say anything. And once again, I see far too many women who don't say what it is that they want, and then they get mad when they don't, and when they don't automatically get it. Oh my God. So yeah, I agree with what he's saying, because yeah, there are a lot of, and then women get mad. Well, I was with him all that time and I poured into him and he just left, or we didn't work out. He just married the next person and gave her everything that I wanted. Well, because he wanted to do that with that person. He didn't want to do that with you, but you knew that. A lot of times y'all know this, but you keep trying to manifest and make something that is, into something that it's not, and then get mad when the outcome shows up the way it was probably always going to show up. It was never going to be anything differently. Because once again, if a man wants to marry you, he's going to do it. He's going to propose. Now you got to want to marry him back, but he's going to propose. And it doesn't take no 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 10 years for a man to know if he want to marry you or not. Right in the stage of where your relationship is, thriving, and he knows you would love to have a ring, but he never proposed because he doesn't want to marry you. Plain and simple. Men who want marriage want to be husbands, and they become husbands. If you really want more, you can't just accept less. And I think a lot of women are always talking about they know their value and all that, but in many cases they don't. You allow something to go that you're not comfortable with, and then say, oh, you know your worth. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But anyway, listen, I want to know your thoughts on this one. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, chime in. I want to hear what you have to say, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye. DeeDeesReactions, videos and reactions. She's about to put on a show. These reactions, just to let you know, like, share, subscribe. We about to go live.